All right. So we are live once again, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, all depending on when and where you are. And welcome to this Cyberchain presentation. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Andreas Cartud. I'm one of the creators of this smart contract, and it is my pleasure to be here to introduce to you the ultimate matrix, which has been designed with the community in mind. Now we're going to go straight into the presentation. We're going to have a walkthrough, a detailed walkthrough of the matrix line later on. And afterwards, if you have some questions, we will be doing a quick Q&A as well. Now let's go straight into the presentation. I will share my screen here and we will go on presenting Cyberchain. Guys, this is the hottest contract on the market right now. It is the king on the matrix market. In 3 days, with no marketing, this has more than 17,000 members, and it is growing in an unprecedented rate. And it is right now my pleasure to introduce to you how and what Cyberchain is. Now, first and foremost, Cyberchain by Eclipse City. The team behind Eclipse City has spent much time to analyze the current market and have seen that the concept of a matrix is highly attractive to a huge part of the networking market. Now, the outcome is the following: a new revolutionary matrix concept that has been designed with the community in mind. The Eclipse City is now proud to present Cyberchain, what many would call the ultimate community matrix. Now, Cyberchain L12, as it's called, is a model where people from all over the world can come together and crowdfund through a fully decentralized system based and built on smart contract technology on the Tron blockchain. Now, Cyberchain is a marketing model where the more you do, the more you work, and the more you build a team and help them to do the same way, the more you will receive from the system. Now, Cyberchain has been designed as the ultimate community matrix where you maximize you and your team's potential contributions by simply sharing this unique opportunity with others and teach them how to do the same. We're going to explain this a little bit more in detail. Now, how does Cyberchain work? Well, Cyberchain is a 3x2 matrix, meaning 3 wide, 2 deep, that's 3 front line, and 9 on your second. As you can see on the slide here, you have 1, 2, 3, and then you have 4 to 12. Now, the unique here about Cyberchain is the 50-50 code, which is implemented for a maximum support towards your own team. Now, this algorithm means that anyone have the opportunity to receive unlimited contributions in Cyberchain. So how does the 50-50 work? Well, if you sponsor someone, you'll receive 50%. If your upline sponsors someone that ends up in one of your 12 matrix positions, you will receive 50%. If one of your direct sponsors someone that ends in your matrix, you get 50%. Or if a spillover sponsors someone that ends up in your matrix, you also get 50%. From all 12 positions in your matrix, you will receive 50% whenever someone fills that position, whether that be overflow, underflow, overtaking, or your own personal directs. This is unique, my friends. We're going to explain more about this. Now, let's first and foremost say that when your 12 positions in the matrix have been filled, they have been completed, you will have received in your personal wallet 10 times 50%. That means 500% return of the initial cost of that level. So you will receive 10 times 50% to your wallet, the 2 times 50%, because remember, we got 12 positions. You'll receive 10 in your direct wallet. 2 will be used to automatically open a new matrix, meaning a reinvestment for you to continue to receive unlimited times on that specific level. Now, when your personal partner completes their own personal matrix, they will follow you. They will automatically open a new cycle with a reinvestment as well, and they will take a new position in your matrix as they're coded to you. You will again receive 50%. This matrix is built for us. Now, there is a total of 12 levels. Let me just move that over. 12 levels in Cyberchain. Now, each matrix level is a 3x2. And once you have contributed to a level once, you have activated unlimited potential earnings due to the auto open or reinvestment of new matrices. So each level will have a higher cost than the previous, but due to our unique algorithm, you remain in profit from each and every single level, even after contributing to the next one. Now, as an important note, if you complete a level and you do not contribute to the next, the current matrix level will freeze, and anything that you were supposed to receive will flow to the qualified uplines. What does this mean? It means once you have, if you're at level 4 and you have now filled all 12 positions and you have cycled once, if you now do not go to level 5, your level 4 matrix will freeze and any potential earnings will flow upwards, because you have received enough to move up in levels. You have received 500%, the next level will cost you 200%. So you keep 300% in profit. So it will freeze. And this also incentivizes people to go forward. It incentivizes people to contribute more, and it brings everyone to level 12. And that is where we want to be. Now, when you have contributed to the next level, that previous will of course unlock, and you will and can enjoy unlimited contributions from this level over and over and over again. Moving that again. Now, continuing with the 12 levels. Now, each of the 12 levels will, as said, give a full 500% return when filled. Now, coming to the cost of the levels, this is also one of the unique things. This allows you to come in for less than $4 and be able to earn hundreds of thousands by completing these levels. Because the first 7 levels in Cyberchain, my friends, will double in cost. That means times 2, leaving you with a 300% profit the first cycle, because we're moving forward with 200%. So if you go in with 100 TRX on level 1, that 500% will give you, or when you complete that level, you will have received 500 TRX. You now use 200 to move to the next. You keep 300 as profit. On the second level, you will receive 500%. That's 1,000 TRX. You will move forward with 400, keeping 600 as profit. This system has been designed for you to be able to move through all levels by hard work, dedication, commitment, and be in profit on each and every single level while doing so. So the first 7 levels doubles. The next 5 will triple. Why do they do that? Because we would like people to start low and finish high, maximize their profits. So from level 7, which is 6,400, the next will be 19,002. The next will be 57,600. But keep in mind, every single level gives you a 500% return when you completed the cycle and will be needed to move to the next. And that means even though we triple it, you will remain with 200% profit from all those 5 levels the first time. Now, once you have completed those levels and you pay them once, you will never need to pay them again because of the automatic reinvestment, meaning that every time you complete a cycle, you have received a full 500% return. Now, the cost of all levels is, of course, displayed in Tron, which is the native currency that we use, TRX. Now, what is a reinvestment and how does it work? We already talked a little bit about it, but it's good to clear it fully. So a reinvestment works as following. Out of the 12 positions in your matrix, 10 will go directly to your wallet. Let me just do one thing here. 10 will go directly to your wallet. Now, 2 will be used as a new contribution to reinvest. Now, these 2 will be taken from a random position depending on your upline sponsor matrix and when they need to reinvest. It can actually be your second person, it can be your 5th, your 8th, your 12th. It doesn't matter actually, because 10 will go to your wallet while 2 will be used for a reinvestment. We have seen and heard the question, why am I not receiving from that person? I received someone on my third person or 5th person or the 8th person and I didn't receive anything. Why? Because that was used as a reinvestment. That means that if it's used then, it's not going to be used later. 2 will be used. They can be taken randomly and you will receive 10. Now, this lets you contribute manually to a level only once, and then the automatic reinvestment will do everything for you to continue to enjoy new contributions for all time at that level. So 2 positions, Or why 2 positions? Well, that's because 50% goes to one of your 3 directs, of course. Well, 50% goes to the upline sponsor in line. It happens 2 times to complete the full 100% used to contribute to a level. So I hope that reinvestment cleared up a few things. Let's talk about upgrading and lost profit. So lost profit is a notification as someone when that will show when someone below have passed you on that level, and that means that you lost a profit and it went to a qualified upline on that current level they went to. So let's say you're on level 7 and you have a downline, doesn't matter if it's direct or further down in the lineage. If they go to level 9 and you're on level 8, they will surpass you and you will have lost that profit, because if you were on 9, you would have received it. Now, an upgrade is a notification for you that you will see when you have completed your level for the first time. That marks and it shows that it's now time to contribute to the next level, or the current one will freeze and you will lose any possible contributions from that one. So once you see that the shopping cart is down, so to say, as is shown on the image, that is when you have completed a cycle and you would be needed to purchase or contribute to new in order to continue to receive. Now, what is overflow, underflow, and overtaking? This has also been a frequently asked question. Now, very simple. Overflow from top is a person that comes into your matrix sponsored by an upline above. That is what overflow is. So if you have someone coming into your matrix as an overflow, that means it comes from your sponsor or your sponsor's sponsor again. Now, underflow, what is that? Well, underflow from bottom is a person that comes into your matrix coming from your direct downline and overflow from top. Let's say that you sponsor somebody and they come in on your first line, one of the 3 first. And then you have a spillover coming in on the second position. Now, if either of them bring in someone, if they sponsor someone, that will be considered as an underflow. Now, overtaking, what's that? Overtaking is when a downline partner passes you on a level. If you are on level 6 and a downline in your team goes to 7, this person will overtake you, and that creates the lost profits. When you go to level 7 and this person will complete his matrix to take a new position, that means reinvestments, they will now take a position in your matrix as you are the upline, and you are now at the same level. Remember, everyone is always coded. So let's break it down. How does it work? Cyberchain is a 3x2 matrix, meaning 3 direct and 9 second line in your matrix. That's a total of 12 positions. Now there's also a total of 12 levels, each of them with a higher entry so that you can receive more. From all 12 positions in each of your matrices, you will receive 50% when they're filled by someone. This is a network build model. So where the more you do, the more people you help, the more people you sponsor, the more you and your direct partners will receive. This is what it's all about. You are in charge of your own business. There is potential for spillover, overflow, and underflow, of course, but that is something, it is not to be expected. It is a gift. It is something that is, it is an addition. If you want something passive, I can say now, this is not what you want. I do not want to hear from the community, I'm not receiving spillover, I was promised this, I was promised that, because this is a build. It is a build, my friends, with the potential of receiving spillover, because if you have an active upline, you will absolutely be receiving. Now, this is, as said, for those who can or want to build to make themselves a substantial income by working for it. The more you do, the more people you help, the more you will receive. Every single time a position is filled in your, you will receive. It's a total of 10 times 50% of the level cost. When completing your matrix, it will automatically start a new one, meaning that you will reinvest and you can continue to receive unlimited times in all matrices. This unique matrix algorithm will make Cyberchain the biggest community matrix in history, guys. But do this if you want to build it. Never rely on spillover or your sponsor to build the business for you. Do this if you feel that you can do this. And of course, there will be massive support. We have tremendous community leaders. We are right now in what can we say, in the phase of developing a complete and automated funnel system that we will be giving out to each and every single community member of Cyberchain for you to be able to promote your personal link through a fully automated system. This is going to be amazing. We want to drive the masses to Cyberchain because why? It has been designed with the community in mind. With that, guys, I want to welcome you all to Cyberchain. If this was the first time you were looking at this presentation, which might be because we launched just 3 days ago, guys, get back to the person who invited you to watch this presentation right away and let him know if you're in or out. This is going to be one of the biggest build in a Matrix history. We are unique, we are new, we are special. With that, we are going to drop off the presentation itself, and we're actually going to have a little walkthrough on the whiteboard. I want us all to understand how this algorithm works, guys. So allow me to prepare a little bit. I'm just going to raise my computer up using a laptop here. And you will have to excuse me because I will be having my back to you guys a little bit while drawing. Now, we want to have a full understanding, let's see here, a full understanding of how the algorithm works. Because we're seeing a lot of questions, frequent ad questions, like my direct brought someone in, but I didn't get paid. Why is that? Or a position got filled and I didn't get paid. Why is that? And these are the things that we've been explaining a little bit about, but I want to draw it up so that we can have this pretty clear. And I'm going to draw it up in the normal standard format of a matrix. I'm also going to draw up our format because we have a very different visual view. We do not want to be compared and visualized and branded as a matrix because that's not what it is. This is a contribution model where you can receive contributions for what you work for. You can help others receive the same. The more you do, the more you help others. So let's get to it. Now, the matrix is a 3x2, right? Now, this is you. We're using our red pen today because I hope that will show better. Yes. Now, you will have 3 positions on your front line. That will be your directs. Now, your directs will have 3 as well. So that is one matrix. Now there's 12 of these matrices. Now the unique thing here is that whenever someone comes in, let's say that whenever you fill this position, you get paid 50%. Where does the other 50% go? They go to your upline, your direct upline. It doesn't need to be your sponsor, because keep in mind, if that person is already on the front line of the person that sponsored you, that means that you are on the second line. Keep in mind, for example, let's say that you brought in this person, you bring in a person that comes in here as well. That is your direct, but it still pays that person, right? So when that person comes in, 50% goes to you, 50% goes to the direct upline. It is always the direct upline, so to say. Next, 50% to you, 50% to the direct upline again. Next, 50-50. That is clear and understood right now, I think. Now, on your second line, let's say that you fill those 3. Now, your sponsor is also active and they sponsor someone. That means that they can flow. Hold on now. Sorry. You're active. Your sponsor is active. You bring a spillover to that position. Now, that will bring 50% to your first direct. You're now helping that person to receive a spillover. That's the thing. The more you do, the more you help your team. And if everybody does, everybody gets help. So 50% to your first direct and 50% to you. Now, this will continue. You have 12 positions and you will receive 10 of them. 10 of them will go instantly to your wallet. Now, what's important to know, because the question that I've been receiving is, hold on, I'm just gonna not talk with the back. So the question that I've been receiving is, a position got filled. Someone came into my matrix. Let's say that all these positions are empty, filled, and this one gets filled, but the person didn't get the 50%. What happened? Where did the 50% go? Well, depending on your upline, as we talked about, depending on your upline sponsor and their matrix, when they need to do a reinvest, the 50% will be taken from a random position. It can be position 1, it can be position 3, it could be position, what's that, 5, 8, 11, 12. It depends on your upline and their matrix. When they need a reinvestment, that's when it will be taken from a position that comes into you. So that means that the third person that came in here, that payment went as a reinvestment. Now that means that from the remaining 9, you'll get paid on 8 because you only need 1 more. And now let's say this goes to you, goes to you, goes to you, goes to you. And if someone comes in here and you don't get paid, that means that is the second reinvestment. Now you're going to get paid on that, this one, and this one. It doesn't matter where the 2 are taken from. It can be taken randomly. So you got to be prepared for that. You might have a position filled, but you might not get paid. But that means that you're going to get paid on the other positions. It isn't that it takes number 11 and number 12. That's not the way it is coded. It can't be coded that way because of the 50-50. So it's not, but you're not getting paid on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11 and 12 goes as a reinvest. No. Whenever your sponsor or your upline matrix needs a reinvest, that will be taken from a random position when they come into your matrix. So let's say that the positions are filled. Let's see here. Let's say that the top 3 is filled and that one is filled. Now someone comes in here. You bring in a direct that comes here. Now you're not getting paid. What happened? Your first direct got paid and it was used as a reinvestment. Now you're getting paid again and you bring in another one. You're not getting paid. What happened? Well, that paid and a reinvestment got paid. So this, I hope, will clarify a lot of the questions that we're getting. Support has been answering a ton of them. I've been answering a ton of them because people are not really understanding the way that the what can we say, the algorithm works and how the reinvestments are taken, because it's based upon your upline's matrix. So when you need to reinvest, you know, when people are coming in here and you need to make a reinvestment, or someone here needs to make a reinvestment, that will be taken randomly from, let's say that this guy is now building. Let's continue down here. Let's say that this person is now doing a reinvestment. That means for that person to do a reinvestment, that will pay this one. So they fill in. That person coming in there might go to this one and me. So this is how it's all based, how it's all built up. So hold on. Coming to that with the reinvestment positions, if someone comes into your matrix, fills a position, and you're not getting paid, that is because it's a reinvestment position. It is being used as a reinvestment for your sponsor. So don't worry about that. Everything is fine. Now, the second question, second most asked question I've been getting is my direct sponsor, or I sponsor someone and they sponsor someone, but I didn't get paid. Why isn't that? That is a frequent question. So let me draw that up. So this is you. You got 3 positions. Again, they got 3 and 3. So we're now filling the matrix. Let's say there's a spillover, there's a overflow, there's a direct. Now, and you place here, you have a direct, you have a direct. Let's say you fill the whole bottom line with directs. Everyone is direct, right? Everyone here is a direct of you. You sponsor them personally. Now, what happens when this person starts to sponsor someone? Because keep in mind, we all have a 3x2 matrix, right? So what happens when that person sponsors someone? Well, that goes outside of your matrix. Even if they bring in some, even if that is your direct, they fill the position in your matrix. Now, they are bringing in people. What happens? Well, they get paid 50%, and that person gets paid 50%. This is a community build. You have still gotten paid on all your 12 positions, right? All the 12 positions. And now you cleared your, let's say that you filled the position and you cleared. All these guys are now disappearing from your matrix. You're starting a new one. But what happens when all of these directs, let's say that they now complete. So now, that means now your direct, just fill those 3 and fill the 9 beneath. He does a recycle. What happens? Well, that person takes a new position in your matrix, in the first available position in your matrix, because it's a direct person to you. Now, that person might end up on your front line and be helping to get spillover from you, because when you were here, he were not getting spillover from you directly. He could be getting spillover from that person. That person can fill his first line. He can fill his second line. So everybody's here working together. So if you have a direct, this is your direct. He comes in and he brings 3 people. Well, you're not getting paid on it because it's outside of your matrix. This is going to him and him. You will always get paid on 50%. So if your matrix is already filled, well, you don't need the people that they brought in. Now, when they cycle and let's say they cycle and take that position, and now their team starts to cycle when they take these positions, then you benefit from the team. It is a new cycle, reinvestment, new matrices every single time you fill it, and your directs are always coded to you, so they will always follow you. They will always be in your matrix. And when they cycle, they will always take a new position in your new matrix as well. That is how it works. So that is the answer to why you're not receiving anything, even though one of your directs have brought in a direct, because they will be on your second. If they were on your front line, one of the 3, and they brought in someone, that means that they would end up here. Or if, let's say they got 3 spillover here that they didn't bring in, and now they bring in someone, that means they're bringing in someone, again, outside your matrix. So it's important for us to understand how it all works. But in the end, it is all about everyone benefiting from everyone. And that is what we're doing with this unique algorithm of 50-50. Because everything flows. Everyone receives 50%. Everyone goes down. Everyone helps everyone. But the key here, guys, to maximize this is to put in the work. That's the only key, because you cannot rely on spillover. You cannot rely on that your sponsor will do this for you, that they will build your business, that they will make you rich. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, guys. You have to be, if you want to do this, you have to be willing to put in the time, the work, and the effort. I'm not saying that you're going to do this 20 hours a day. You can do this 20 minutes a day. You can do it 2 hours a week. You can do it 5 days a week, or you can do it full time, 20 days, 20 hours a day. That is all up to you. But when you do it, dedicate your time to what you're doing. Share it with others. Build your team and help them to understand how they can actually help others build a team the same way and receive contributions in an unlimited way. As I say, the more active you are, the more you will help your team. And if everyone goes with that attitude, to be as active as possible, to help as many as possible, we will all be helped. We will all receive spillover. We will all receive this and that and what everyone wants. But you cannot sit on the sideline going in as a passive investor or just buying positions and hoping and waiting and expecting spillover. Yes, it will come eventually, more or less guaranteed. But if it takes 1 day, or if it takes 3 weeks, or if it takes a year, I can't say. It is not a passive game. It all depends on how active each and every one of you are. So I hope everybody have understood the functionality of the code. Guys, is there any questions that you guys would like to ask? If so, let me know. Type them in the chat box and I'll be happy to reply them. Let me see here. I don't see that there's any questions yet. If you guys have questions, let us know. I will continue to talk a little bit. Guys, super excited. Let us see, while you guys are typing in your questions, if you have some, let us share the screen. I want us to have a look at ID1 and see what has happened in 3 days. Guys, have a look at this. So let me just refresh the site as well. This is amazing, guys. ID1, which belongs to whom? Etherchain and TronChain, has in 3 days made $213,954. That is 6.2 million TRX. And we have only just begun, guys. We haven't even started. Guys, you can see here as well how our system fills up and how our matrix looks, the 3x9. It is not as I drew on the board, but that is because we do not want to have that matrix stamp. This is not what it is, a matrix design, but it is a model. It is a contribution model where you can receive from others. And here you also see, as you know, white are your own directs. You'll have purple, which is people that have overtaken their directs and gone to a higher level. You'll have blue, which are your downlines, and you will have well, dark blue, what can we say, which is overflow from the top. So this is, as you can see, guys, it is one of the most powerful systems and most powerful matrices that I've seen. And you know, I believe that many of you feel the same way. It has been an amazing 3 days, and guys, it is barely the beginning. It is barely the beginning, and everyone has the opportunity to achieve the exact same results, and even better results, higher results. It's all up to how much you do. Look, keep in mind, guys, you're the first 17,000 in the entire world to know about this. In the entire world, there was a similar build, but I can guarantee you, our code, our system is 10 times better. They had close to 1 million members in just 5, 6, 7 months. I can guarantee you we're going to break those records. This, as said, has been designed with the community in mind. This is not just all about me, all about what I do. It is all about what we do. It is all about us together. That is what Cyberchain is all about. All right, let me see if there are any questions here or not. Let me see. All right, here is one. What is the purpose of freezing commissions when you complete a cycle? That is a good question. Let me drink. I don't know if I need a bra. So the purpose of this is to incentivize people to continue to move forward. Because once you have completed a level, let's say You completed level 1, you buy level 2, you buy level 3, you go up to level 4, and you complete level 4, and you receive now 500% return from the community. Now, for you to continue to receive on that level, it is mandatory for you to contribute to the next level, to give it to the next level, to keep the money flowing, so to say, to keep the contributions flowing. Now, this will unlock or unfreeze and allow you to continue to receive again and again and again, unlimited times on the previous level, while you're now building and completing your new level. Because, as I said, in every single level, you have a 500% return. Spending 200% to contribute to go to the next level so that you can receive even more, I do not find that as a problem. And even on a higher level, 500%, spending 300% going to those to receive that kind of contributions, I do not see that as an issue either. So with that, yeah, that will be the purpose. I see that you have your hand up there, Carl. I'll unmute you and see if you have a question there or something you want to add up on. You there?
Yeah. See, I have a little bit of a different strategy to this whole thing, Andreas. And this is kind of puts a wrench in my plans, but I'll have to figure out around it. See, what I'm doing with my team is, we're working on the first 5 to 7 levels, and as profits are coming out of that, I'm teaching them to go in and create new contracts within Tron Chain and that. So that keeps the system going, but it also builds a bigger and faster passive income for them while we're building Cyberchain. But if we halt it, then that puts a big wrench in things where we can't really go back and invest into Tron Chain because we're taking 20 to 30% of that going into another level.
Yeah.
And what worries me about the whole thing, just this is my own personal opinion, what worries me is that most people will not get to level 12 anyways. But if we are reinvesting our money into Tron Chain, we're still building both ends. They're still cycling on the lower ends of Tron Chain for those people that don't want to advance, but still contributing to Tron Chain, which is doing the same thing anyways. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And when you put a halt on it, it literally kind of puts a stranglehold on everybody, saying, well, what if I don't want to do that? What if I'd rather put the money into Tron Chain? They can't do that now.
To be fair, let's say that you complete level 7 and you don't want to go to level 8, level 7 will freeze, but you will continue to receive on level 1 to 6. So you will continue to receive, but since you decided that you do not want to move forward, you do not want to continue to contribute to the community, you're blocked from receiving on that level because you already received a full cycle.
Well, it's not a matter of not wanting to, like the whole purpose is to go all the way through.
I got that. You want to put it into Tron Chain and have that passive and
because we're still contributing
that way. But you can still do that with the profit that you're remaining with, because I said on the lower levels you keep 300% profit. You can put that into Tron Chain. On the higher it's 200%, but due to the higher amount, it's a whole lot you can put in there as well.
Yeah, no, I get it. And like I said, it put a little bit of a wrench into my plan. I'll have to figure out a little bit around it. I mean, it's a good thing that we want people to go through, because obviously you do. It's more money into the funding for both of the Ether Chain and Tron Chain. I mean, I get that.
Yeah, and not just
figure out the best way to make
money
people
to
along the
everybody,
way.
to the community.
Yeah, because see what happens is, just my opinion, okay? In a lot of these things, like some of the other competitors, I don't want to mention their names, we know the competitors that are out there, okay? The problem is that people will go day after day after day without making anything. So my theory is, we take our profits, we throw it into Tron Chain, and we're making 1% a day no matter what anyways, while we're building Cyberchain. So we're fueling from the front end and the back end, basically.
Absolutely. No, it's a brilliant idea, and I hope you can find a way to work around that. This system, I have no idea that you will. The reason that we have done this is because it incentivizes people to go further, and we want as many as people as possible to actually go to level 12. And there's no reason for them, if they complete a level, we don't see a reason for them not to go to the next, because they will receive on the next as well as the ones that have helped them to go to that level will complete the next again.
Yeah, and that's good. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I was just because I don't think the other ones have a freeze on it. I mean, I might be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, they have.
They do? Okay, so I don't know about that. So because I don't do those things. This is the first time I've done one of these, right?
No, I got you.
just
I got
know
you. No
about
worries.
the concept. So I'm just trying to. We have a way better concept, everybody. Like a way better. I mean, this is so powerful. You have no idea how powerful this is. So thanks
Thank you,
for
brother.
having me on.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. And we will have a talk later on. Actually, I believe I'm going to reach out to you regarding a few things. Guys, we have something amazing in our hands. As I said, something truly powerful, 10 times better than any competitor out there. Do the needed. Do not be the one who regrets 3 months from now not doing enough. Please do not, because the worst thing is regret. Now, I got a question here. We don't understand this conversation in English. Please tell this plan in Hindi so that we can understand properly. My friend, unfortunately, I do not speak Hindi, but we will have Hindi leaders, Indian leaders that will be doing Zooms, I think 3 to 5 times a week. Come into the Telegram chat, guys. I'm going to drop that link into the group right now. That will be the Cyberchain TRX official group. So join that group if you're not already in there. You will see announcements from community leaders and everyone else that are taking responsibility to build this community, because that is exactly what it is, guys. We are a community. This is not a company. This is not a business. This is a community where people support each other. Let me see here. I'm just trying to get that link. And in the chat. Oh, that was to everybody. Let me see here. To everyone in the meeting, it is in the chat box. Please join this chat box, guys, or this Telegram chat. For now, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this, that you now understand how this coding works, how the algorithm works, and how powerful it really is. Guys, we're going to beat any other competition out there. I have no doubts, and you are all a part of this from the very beginning. Thank you so much, everyone, for the support, the commitment, and all that you guys are doing for us and for the community itself. With that, have a great night. Thank you. Bye-bye.